Hey sexy lovely people. Right, here we go. We are coming in with issue 6 for Stormbringer. What do we get in this one? Yeah. Right. So look at all these guys. Let's get rid of that. So, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of those ugly little buggers. And we have 10 Hobgrot Slittas. Okay then. The ways of the Uruks and ranged warfare. Cunning and brutal. So this goes in our red section. A for cruel boys. Cunning of Mork. Brutality of Gork. Mork is the aspect of cunning. Any fight suits Mork as long as it's an unfair one. Cruel boys worship Mork by acts of great cunning and cleverness. Lying, cheating and ambushing enemies are all especially Morky acts. Mork's magical power allows the shamans of the Cruel Boys to summon concealing mists and also spoil the sorceries of other wizards. Gork is the aspect of brutality. Gork embodies a simple creed of might makes right, of raw strength, overthinking. The small are to be bullied and crushed, the strong are to be cut down. Such is Gork's way. The Cruel Boys' brutality is seen in their domination of beasts. Cruel Boys often earn their mounts by beating them into submission. Yeah, okay. Brings brawn and battle and killing with cunning. We then get a data sheet, well, an info sheet on Cruel Boys. The Hobgrot Slittas. So we've got boss traits, a D6 chart, rolling chart, and then we've got unit traits, D6 rolling chart. Then we come into our blue guide for building. So yeah, there's not really a lot to these. However, looking at this, because there's so many little pieces, that I can imagine the cleanup being a real pain in the bum. So yeah, there you go. So we got 4 pages of build for these guys. We're going to have a scrap totem, a Hobgrot boss in here. There's a noisemaker which has a drum, sulfuric scrap grenades, and so on these things. So they look cool. Then you're going to be painting your Slittas using the Uruk Flesh and Lead Belcher. So simply you're just going to be putting a Uruk Flesh base coat down and then painting the armour with Lead Belcher, and that's your gallery to where they will be at. Excuse me. Right, a basics 7. So we're into shooting. There's not much shooting in Age of Sigmar. You might have crossbows or bows and arrows, etc. These guys have got their sulfur grenades or whatever they were. What were they? Sulfuric scrap grenades. So there you go. Yeah, so hero phase, movement phase, shooting phase, charge phase, combat phase, battlefield phase. And here we go. There's your war scroll for your Hobgrot Slittas. Shooting at range, death from distance, up close and personal. Shooting in close combat. Explosion of violence. So this is your next playthrough, number 6, deployment. Unreliable mercenaries. And they're giving us war scrolls for everything so far. Or certainly everything we're going to be using in this anyway. We're not getting the... we're not using... Oh, excuse me, I'm so tired. I don't know why. We're not using our Knight Arcanum in this. but it looks like we're using Hobgrot, Slittas, Gut Rippers, Killer Boss with Stabgrot, the Vindictors and the Praetor Prime. Okay, so there's your playthrough, and then end of battle, what happens. Right, and then to look forward to, we have another paint issue in issue 6. Sorry, we're in issue 6, in issue 7. And the Lord Imperatant in issue 8. I'm looking forward to getting this guy with his Griffhound. So that was cool. Right, let's have a look at the plastic, shall we? Come down. Come on have a look. Right, here we are. Let's pop some better light on. Okay, so these are a 2021 sculpt. And they look pretty cool actually. We've got this guy with a horn. Do you know what? I might look and see if some of these additional units can be made up. Like this guy with the horn. Knowing GW, what they've probably done is he shares a leg with another model that's going to use that leg, I bet. But we're using the drum, which is this one, and we're using the scrap banner, which is this one. And you know what? There's 2 banners here. So we've got, okay, so there's 2 banners on this sprue. We've got this one here, which just has someone's hand attached to it. But then there's this guy here, who has a banner. And looking at the destructions, we're using this guy. Where is it? We're using this guy here. But looking at this, if I was to, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bodies, main bodies. And it looks to me, what you're probably going to get is you won't have enough to make, you won't have enough like torso fronts or spare legs, because a lot of these minis, in order to get the dynamic pose, they've got a separate leg. I bet we don't get all the necessary extra legs that we would need to make these extra bodies. But I have loads of 25mm slotter bases. So what I might try and do is see what we're left over with. I've got more slotter bases kicking around somewhere. See what we're left over with and proceed from there. Because I'm going to try and build the additional bodies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe not 14. I'm just counting the almost complete slotter base tab this time round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 heads. So there's plenty of heads. Plenty of heads. And yeah. Let's have a look at torso fronts. So that looks like it's a pair. That looks like it's a pair. There's a torso front here, which could be for this guy. Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting build. All right, come back and we'll put some together. Hey. Right, so we'll build 3 of these little buggers, shall we? We're going to build the boss, which uses this fella. Let's bring you in a little bit. Uses this little fella with the drippy sword. Let's get the glue open. And right, let's pop those aside. So he's in basically 3 parts. He's got his chest armour and leg. Like thus. And then his head. And this guy has the super duper extra pointy helmeted head. And to be honest, it just goes on like that. Once I get it round the right way of the sword. So that's not going in for some reason. Right, let's do something else. Try this again. Now. That's better. There we go. That's better. Sorted. And then obviously he goes onto the base. We then have our icon bearer. And again, this is body and a leg, which just goes on nicely like so. And then his head, and he's got a pointy hat. It's not as pointy as the leaders. And that goes on like so. And again, straight in the base. And then we have, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this guy's head on first. Like that. And then, again, it's another, this one's just the torso, but this is our drummer. There is a horn guy in with this. Some chappie blowing a horn, and someone at some stage needs to do a full conversion to make a marching band out of these things. That would be silly but funny as well at the same time. So this goes in, and the wrist marries up on there like so. And again, he's just stuck to the base. And that's it. That's how these things go together, really. Dead simple. Not difficult at all. So yeah, join me in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.